Here we go.
Some coffee. First sip of coffee. Always the best sip of coffee.
Mm.
All right. Woo! What's up, everybody? And welcome back to Challenge Express. Choo choo. We are here. I am Tom, joined by my co-host and dear friend, Adonis.
Hello.
Tommy
Hi,
and
dear
Donnie.
friend.
Let's go.
Tommy and Donnie. We're here. Another week, another recap.
Choo-
Ready to talk my shit.
Hell yeah. Always talking shit. Let's go.
Always talk shit. Let's do
Tom and the Don always got something to say, man.
it.
Always got
Those no good motherfuckers always got
them
some shit to say, huh?
motherfuckers always talk about the challenge, I swear. All right. All right, my notes are all messed up. All righty, let's get into this. I'm excited to talk about this episode. It's the episode after the big twist. There's usually at least one big twist in a season, especially nowadays, whether we like it or not,
Mm-hmm.
which we'll get into. I know we talked about not liking the teams last episode
Mm-hmm.
because it made no sense. And
Mm-hmm.
it still didn't make sense until about the last 30 seconds of the episode.
Yeah, I was very confused up until the last 30 seconds.
Yeah. But I mean, let's go ahead and just talk about it rather than like, oh, we'll get to it later. Fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Let's
let's
talk
get
about the
into it.
twist because it's a huge deal and it makes this season more bearable in my mind. Even though the season is great, but like the whole splitting up into teams didn't make too much sense for me. But now it does, because if one person from a ride or die goes home, they are still in the game. As long as one ride or die is in the game still, that one who got eliminated is still in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But the people in the game don't know it, so they're just sitting in a hotel.
Yeah, very redemption house type twist. I'm just like really happy this isn't like cut and dry bloodlines.
Right.
I'm glad that it is different slightly.
Were
You
you
know, and
maybe thinking Casey was going to get eliminated?
yeah, I was thinking that there was a part of me thinking that at some point she was gonna get called down to do this elimination with Kenny, and then Olivia would get called down. You know, the whole thing that happened on Bloodline. So I'm glad this isn't a Bloodline situation. You know, personally, when it comes to Redemption House twist, the best one, in my opinion, is the one on X's 2.
Yeah.
The one on Dirty 30 and Final Reckoning, they're right, but like the best ones are the ones where they just don't know about, like up
Yes.
until the last minute. And plus, it's been a while since we got one. The last one was Final Reckoning, so I'm not mad about it. I'm glad, and plus, it makes it feel. It makes it make sense.
Yeah. And yeah, so yeah, X's 2 had a great redemption house. Nobody knew about it. We only got little sneak peeks, you know, here and there. Then Dirty 30, I believe, was the next one, which wasn't that bad, but they got way too much screen time of like doing absolutely nothing, which was annoying. Then Final Redemption was just the shit icing on the shit cake because that was god awful.
Yeah, I think X's 2 did it the best because with Dirty 30 and Final Reckoning, it made the episodes feel weird just by how they were edited by showing them there. Where X's 2 was like, go on the website if you want to go see what they're doing.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was a website. That's crazy.
Yeah, like the MTV website. There was like
clips. And then so this one, I assume we're not going to get screen time of them sitting in a hotel. So it's going to be very hidden. We might get TJ telling them after they get eliminated each time, which is fine. It's like 30 seconds long, and it is cool to see their reaction. It was really cool to see Kenny's reaction of him still being in the game. I listened to the official MTV podcast, and they had Kenny and Casey on, and Kenny said he got in the best shape of his life while in that hotel.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know if that's saying much because it's Kenny, but
yeah, he was probably feeling some type of way after that daily, you know. So he was like, "Fuck out of here! I'm about to work out while I have all this time." Blah 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 blah.
And it's like my sister's counting on me, even though she doesn't know I'm still in the game. So it's like this weird dichotomy going on. which I'm a fan of. It's a dichotomy we've never seen before, and the challenge is so good at bringing new things to the table, whether good or bad. You have to appreciate that they try new things. 38 seasons in, we rarely see a repeat of something. So yeah, I'm a fan of this twist. My jaw was pretty much dropped at the end. I thought it was just going to be a stereotypical redemption house, but I'm glad it took this turn.
I love when like just not even the challenge, like when a show, like when it wraps up the episode and you think it's done and there's like that extra bonus scene at the end, like, oh shit, what is this?
Yeah.
And I'm locked in for those 30 seconds. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is going on? And you just see TJ and it's quiet and Kenny's walking back. And I'm like, oh shit's about to get real, bro. I love when they do that. I love
And it was very ominous too, TJ with one eyebrow raised, and the darkness and his hands together, he's just like, hey Kenny. Thought you were going home.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get into the episode though. It was a decent episode. I think the ending was the best, but so we see some underlying beef between Devin and Jordan. I didn't really know where this came from, but also they never really had a friendship, so it makes sense that they're skeptical of each other, and Devin has been playing a pretty sketchy game this season. So I understand that, and also Devin is Tori's partner, and there's obviously a bunch going on there between all those people. So
Yeah.
I'm sure Devin almost felt obligated to like choose a side, and he was partners with Tori, so he was like choosing Tori's side. But I don't know. But they seem to be on better terms as the episode went on. But it was a storyline that was created.
Yeah, I was thinking back. I was like, it's rare to see these two on a season. Because when I was sitting there watching the episode, I was like, when was the last time these two even did a season together? And I was like, holy shit, was the last time Dirty 30?
Were they both on Dirty 30? Yeah.
Yeah, they were both on Dirty 30, but since then they haven't competed on a season with each other.
Devin was on Dirty 30? Yeah, he was, but he went home like first. So
yeah, really quickly. Yeah. So it's like they have like zero kind of connections with each other at all. The only connection they have was Tori.
Yeah, and the only things they know about each other are watching the seasons that each other have been on while not on the same at the same time. So yeah, that was interesting to see their conversation. But yeah, like I said, they seem to have gotten to be on better terms throughout the episode. So that's good for their team, obviously. These two teams are split up. We see them kind of bonding. Obviously, the Fessie's team is more excited than Mariah's team. Nani tried. She was like, you picked a really good team, Mariah.
Bless Nani's heart, bro. Because you could just tell everybody else is just like, nah, bro.
Yeah. Jordan's just sitting there like, fuck my life.
Devin, too. Devin, in the confessional, he was just like, yo, this team, bro. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about this team, bro.
We obviously see a continuation of the tension between Tori and Jordan. What did they get into? Like they had a conversation at the ber. Tori then they had a weird thing during the interrogation where Tori was like, if the roles were reversed, would you save me? And it kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
it was like, what does that have to do with what's going on?
That interrogation was so interesting, and I know we're like skipping ahead, but like in the order of which they interviewed everybody is in the order of like who I think is the best as far as the guys go. So it went Kenny, Horacio, Devin, and then Jordan. And it was fun. When Jordan walked in, that's when shit felt serious. When Jordan walked in.
That was amazing. Yeah.
They were like joking with the other three. They were like this with Jordan. Just all serious. Like, oh shit.
It was like he was controlling the interrogation and he was supposed to be the one being interrogated. Yeah. The first thing he said was, you guys got a tough decision to make. How baller is that? Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And then like of course, Tori had to like jump in. I
Yeah.
would have, man, I would have been nervous sitting in that chair with all those damn people looking at me. There's like 8 of them in there. I was like, oh
Yeah,
shit. I
and
would have been stumbling over my words. I would be like, so I don't. I mean, you don't have to, but like, I mean,
please don't vote me in. But I
please
don't know
vote
who I would vote in if I was in your position. But like,
in.
yeah, Jordan super calm and confident in the position he's in, and rightfully so, because he's likely, no matter what, if he's voted in, he's likely to be going against Kenny, and you got to hedge your bets against Kenny as Jordan. Like, you have like a 99% chance of winning in most of anything. So yeah, you're feeling confident, Jordan. You're not gonna like sell yourself or make any slimy deals, because no matter how it turns out, you're either gonna beat Kenny or you're not gonna be an elimination. So he was
Right.
in a good position. Obviously, Devin was hilarious in the interrogation. Oh my god, we need to talk about that. He was just dodging questions, answering questions, but not really answering questions.
Not really. Just giving them nothing but everything. That's the.
Yeah.
It was just so strange how it all played out.
Yeah, it was very. I thought the interrogation was very fun. He satisfied the winning team with like no answers. It was crazy. They were like, "Who would you throw in, Jordan or Kenny?" He was just like, "I'm a team player." And then it pans to the team in power, and they're just like, "Yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense."
you know what? You spitting right now. That you talking that shit right now, Devin.
Nah, yeah, he definitely has a way with words. That's his one of his best qualities,
Yeah.
politicking. So good for him. Oh shit, where'd he go? Hello? Damn, he just left. He said, "Fuck this podcast." I don't even like Tom that much anyway.
Hello, sorry. Really sorry about that.
Did you leave by accident?
No, I got a call that ended the call.
Oh, okay.
Sorry
I
about
was
that.
like,
All right, let's continue.
oh, he's over this podcast.
Yeah.
He's out.
My bad.
Um, but yeah, let's see. So let's talk about the daily challenge. It was okay. It was called Last Life. High above the water are 2 decks connected by a beam. There's going to be 2 heats, female and male. Each team will send out 1 player at a time to battle it out on this beam. Each player represents a life. Keep your balance, outlast your opponent, knock them off the beam, yada, yada, yada. The wasted time segment of this episode is the Puss in Boots.
Oh, I forgot about that shit.
Yeah.
The Puss in Boots promo. That
So
lasted way too long for my liking. Oh my god, dude.
that
Whatever.
dude had a sick accent talking about the show, the movie, and
Yeah.
the challenge. That was kind of cool, but
How much you want to bet that man has never watched an episode of the challenge in his life?
clearly.
Do you remember last season with Spies, Lies, and Allies? They did that fucking like Tom Cruise promotion thing.
Yeah, it was like a Top Gun, but like the actors they got were like the most unknown actors in the movie.
From the movie.
It's like, who are these people?
Yeah, who are these people? What the fuck?
But yeah, so the guys go first. Nelly versus Devin. Decent matchup. I think Nelly is obviously favored, just looking at him.
Yes.
But Devin does have some size, but yeah, Nelly, they both went off, and Nelly's foot was last on the beam, so they got that point, which is not a good look for Team Mariah, because they really needed to win these close matchups in order to have a chance in this daily. So like, Devin beating Nelly would have been a huge deal for them. And then because you got Horacio, I think Team Mariah fucked up their strategy too, putting Horacio against Bananas. I think they should have put Horacio against a Chauncey. Wait, does that make sense? Yeah, Horacio versus Chauncey. They're similar, and I feel like Jordan could have went against Bananas. Bananas, and then Horacio could have beat somebody else.
Yeah.
Rather than wasting Horacio on on Team Fessie's smallest guy.
Yeah, you could have put Horacio with Nelson because Nelson's kind of the same build as Bananas, so you could have probably at least tied it up
Yeah,
with.
and then put like Devin against Jordan. Oh wait, Devin and Jordan are on the same team. Fuck, I'm all confused. Um, but yeah, I mean Kenny and Fessy, that was a wash. Horacio and Bananas was super fun to watch, though. That was probably the best matchup. It was, I know we've heard like Mariah and Tori say it, but it was like a fencing match. Like it was really like a battle of the minds and body. Like it was crazy. Like they were balancing on what seemed to be a tightrope at one point, like both
Yeah,
balancing on it. And it was really fun to watch. I liked that one a lot.
yeah. Shout out Horacio, the only one who showed up to play, apparently on
Yeah.
Team Mariah's team. And also, can we talk about how I think we ended last week's recap with being like, "Yo, where the physical dailies at?
Amen.
We need a physical daily."
And they had to work with something that made sense with Puss in Boots, obviously, but I like the idea of this. It's like a pseudo hall brawl,
Yeah,
a hall brawl that takes more talent. You know, it's not
yeah,
just about the bigger person. It kind of ended up being that in this case, but we didn't see too many even matchups
yeah,
at the same time. Um, Jordan and Chauncey was also fun to watch because Jordan was like a punching bag and Chauncey was just fucking slamming him. But Jordan is a fucking beast and he comes back every time and he's sneaky. But I think Chauncey had a good strategy. He was saying, like, I don't know how to like wrestle like Jordan does. So I'm just gonna literally react and do the same movements as Jordan. And then
mm,
that'll cancel out like the trickiness of
yeah,
Jordan and then it'll just come down to size, which
yeah.
so
Good strategy for
yeah.
sure. Because Jordan had mad balance up there. Him and Horacio. The
Mm-hmm.
balance those two were showing up there, it was like, damn. Bro,
Yeah.
one push would have knocked my ass off that thing.
Yeah, for like Kenny.
Yeah, like Kenny, like, damn.
Yeah. But yeah, good on Chauncey. It was a smart play, like admitting that you don't know a lot about like wrestling and then just doing the bare minimum to win. And I think he did a great job. He's starting to show that he's a little bit of a competitor, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see where that goes. And then the females go. Mariah versus Casey. I was kind of excited to see this, but clearly Casey knows how to move better than Mariah. You know, Mariah
Right.
might be strong and maybe outweigh Casey,
Mm-hmm.
but but Casey is a fucking beast. She knows how to maneuver in the smallest areas and make it happen.
Yeah, and isn't Casey like a foot or used to be a football player? Like the
Yeah.
isn't her whole thing like she used to be a football player? So it's like I don't know something like this. Like there's I don't know who would beat Casey in something like this.
Yeah, there's something to being used to contact and then just going to the gym. You
Yeah,
know, like Mariah just goes to the gym. Casey is like going to the gym and playing sports. So
yeah,
yeah. Nani and Olivia, obviously that was a big deal. It was a good matchup. Olivia got the better of her, and Nani had a bad fall, very scary fall. Didn't expect her to come back in the game, honestly.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know. It looked like she had a big like bruise on her head in the ambulance, and she was obviously in that brace and that medical chair or whatever. So I thought, and I remember on the midseason trailer, you can't compete without your ride or die. You're going home. So I
yeah,
was like, oh shit, is Bananas about to get sent home?
yeah. Like and also she was like there was a shot of her in the ambulance shaking, and for
Yeah.
a second like oh my god she's really fucked up, and then the medical like the doctor person was just like are you cold, and she goes yeah.
I'm sure it's a combination of everything. Because also, she didn't. I learned this on the podcast. When she got back in the house, she didn't remember any of that.
No,
No,
oh
she came back and she was like, "I feel fine. Let's go out partying." And everyone was like, "No, yo, you don't realize how serious that was. Like, you need to rest."
yeah, you need to chill, bro. What you mean?
Yeah,
You like, let's go, let's party, let's turn up, bro. What the
yeah,
fuck am I
that's
talking
Nani
about?
for you.
That's naughty for you. And also, I thought that for the girls, that was the most even matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Nani and Olivia.
Yeah.
I thought that could have gone either way.
Yeah,
Out of
it's
all
fun to watch Nani compete in these scrappy eliminations. I remember her against Georgia on that like that what's it called? You had to rip the badges off of each other's jumpsuits in elimination on like World of Worlds 2 or 1. I don't know.
George. Oh no, that was Melissa.
Oh, it was Melissa.
And I
Yeah.
think that was on Total Madness.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. You
That
got.
was the whole thing where Melissa was pregnant when that elimination happened.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I hate thinking
That crazy.
about that. That's crazy. So yeah, Nani is scrappy. So it's fun to see her compete in these type of situations. But Olivia is she's a competitor, man. She came here to play, and she's proven herself already.
Yeah.
So good for her. Maybe rookie of the year on the female side.
Oh yeah.
Good
For
amount of
sure.
rookies though. Nerys is a great rookie, but the elimination wins that Olivia has, I think, surpasses that.
Yeah, shout out Olivia. She follows me on Twitter, so I
What?
yeah, I love Olivia.
Oh
I'm a
man,
big fan of Olivia. So
nice. Amber and Tori went next. I thought this would be a relatively good matchup, but Tori just like they locked hands and just Tori just threw her off. It was quite easy.
yeah,
I thought
this
Tori
was
was gonna
like
go against
they were
Nerys.
like doing that stupid like fencing shit too. Like they were really playing up until the Puss in Boots thing. They were like, ah, ah, ah,
Yeah,
ah.
yeah. Tori is funny. Tori loves playing into like the themes, which is funny. Like even after they won, she's like, "We put those pusses in boots." It didn't make sense, but she tried.
Yeah, like, what the fuck does that mean, Tori?
She
What
tried.
the hell are you talking about?
I thought Tori was gonna go against Nerys for a second. I was like, "Ooh, spicy."
Yeah, and also like remember last week I was telling you like, man, I'm shocked that Mariah chose Amber over Tori because
Yeah,
of the physical aspect, and you see how that happens when
yeah,
Tori comes in and beating her in something physical. I'm
yeah.
just saying, I'm just throwing that out
Yeah.
there.
They definitely, Mariah has a good team, but they definitely needed weight. They definitely needed big people on there, like one
At
or
least
two.
one.
Yeah, at least one, especially on the female side because they're all twigs. Nani, Amber, and Nerys. They're all similar body types. You don't need three of them on one team. So I'm not honestly. I know your girlfriend convinced you that picking Amber over Tori was the right decision, but looking at how this played out, hindsight's 2020. But I
Yeah,
think she probably should have had
yeah.
Tori
It
on
was
her team.
like this daily was just a nightmare for Team Mariah. Just a
Yeah.
nightmare.
It was the worst case scenario, which, it could just be bias right now. But, next daily challenge is trivia. They're like
Yeah,
spinning on some wheel. So obviously anything can happen.
mm-hmm.
So we'll see. So obviously the guys win the daily challenge, and I'm curious what the format's going to be. Like I'm thinking they're going to do something super crazy, super outside of the box, and I'm not looking forward to that. And then all of a sudden they're super standard with their format. It's a guy's elimination night. Winning team is safe.
Mm-hmm.
Two out of the four guys are going into elimination. That's a big deal. Like that's
Yeah.
scary. So I liked how they treated the winning team and the losing team. How do you
Yeah.
feel?
I feel like it was very in a weird way underwhelming because it was just like you were thinking like it was gonna be some crazy twist because now the pairs are all split up, but no, it was as simple as other team seasons. It's just like no, just voting two guys. They're gonna
Yeah.
face each other in elimination, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
felt
it.
the same way. It was like underwhelming, but it was like I like this though.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Like okay, I like it.
Um, Kenny is a realistic dude. He knows he's going in. You gotta like that realism about him.
Yeah.
Even in interrogation, he was quite funny. He was like,
Yeah.
I know you guys, want to vote in the strongest player on the team, and that's me. So go ahead and vote me in.
Yo, honestly, Fessie's such an asshole.
Oh
The
yeah.
way he knocked him off that fucking thing. I
Yeah.
was real upset. Kenny's a champion for playing it off, but did you see the way he pushed him off that thing? Just what
Yeah.
an asshole move for
Yeah.
Fess. He could have at least made it look.
I know. Do some fakes. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
do some fakes. Fuck with them a little bit to make them look like it. Like, bro, what the fuck?
You just
Okay.
walk towards him like Frankenstein
Yeah,
and
like
then just
what the
push him.
Whatever. But yeah, Kenny was being really funny in this episode.
Yeah. And you knew obviously it was very Kenny oriented the episode, and we haven't seen much of Kenny, so we knew he was going into elimination pretty much the whole time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we talked about the interrogation. Who do you think the most? I think you mentioned it a little bit. You hinted at it, but who do you think the most valuable guys are on Team Mariah between Kenny, Devin, Horacio, and Jordan?
Oh, I mean, it like basically the order of which they were interviewed. So I think Jordan's their best player. I think Devin's their second best player. I think Horacio's their third best player, and then Kenny is, the bottom of the pack out of the guys.
I'm leaning towards Horacio being the more valuable player than Devin just because of his size and the team. Like if this team didn't have Horacio, they would look so small.
Yeah, so small. Yeah, I think the only reason why I put Devin in front of Horacio is because Devin is much. I think, in my opinion, Devin's much smarter than Horacio, and just has more experience.
Yeah,
Because we saw last week with the mini final, Horacio kind of getting flustered and annoyed with Olivia.
yeah,
So that's where it kind of it's because it's like this for me.
yeah,
It's like it's not by much that Devin's
yeah.
ahead of Horacio, but just barely.
Yeah, and it's so hard because after seeing this big twist at the end of the episode, we kinda, at least me, I'm expecting them to go back into pairs at some point.
Yeah, me too.
That's the only thing that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think at some point when there's only a few people left, they're gonna bring back the pairs. Like the whole redemption twist, right? They're gonna bring them back at some point. Surprise! I'm like, oh shit, they're back! Blah 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 blah. Your pairs again.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Even
So
though we knew the whole time.
we knew,
Yeah, we
we
knew.
knew. Catch up, because we knew.
So this goes back to like, okay, so the strongest pairs are going to make it to the final again. Like we're kind of going back and forth between who we think is going to get to the final. But now it's like, Anissa and Jordan have a good chance of going to the final because Anissa's pretty good at eliminations. Jordan's pretty good at everything. So the odds that one of them are still in the game that late is good, not great for their team, but good. I think Fessy and Mariah are a lock in the
A
final.
lock.
Yeah, I don't see
Wow.
Fessy losing to any guys here.
Yeah, that's a big thing for you to say. A lock.
I think they're a lock.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good. Like, I like your chances with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Because like anything physical, no one's beating Fessy.
Yeah, and Mariah's no slouch. I think Mariah can beat a lot of the women left in the game.
Yeah.
So she's in a good spot, and if Fessy's in a good spot on his team, where I don't think anybody on his team is going to want to throw him in unless they get a feeling that teams aren't going to last forever. Like, I wonder how they are thinking in the game. Like,
Yeah.
and it's so easy. Like, even if I was in their position, I'd be like, the game is teams right now, so that's what we're going to focus on. But should that be the way they're thinking? Because the challenge is so finicky nowadays, it can't end in teams. Something else is going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I think wasn't it during the negotiation with Team Fessy? I forget who was talking, but
Anissa.
yeah, Nisa was talking about the future, and then
Yeah.
Nelson was like, "No, we're focusing on the team right now. What's happening right now? Fuck all that.
Yeah,
Fuck all that."
it's like, yeah, that sounds nice and dandy, but let's be real here. It's
Yeah.
likely going to switch up again.
Yeah, it's probably gonna switch back at some point. So it's like, yeah,
And so, like, other teams that for me have a really good chance, like Kenny and Casey are a lock to me. I don't see anyone beating Casey in elimination.
yeah,
They're
uh,
a lock for the final.
mm, yeah, like that. Yeah, at least in anything physical, they're locks. I don't know how they would be in like something with like puzzles and
Right.
stuff, right? Anything physical, they're locks.
At the end of the day, anything can happen. So I
Right.
shouldn't say
Yeah.
locks. I expect them to make it to the final. I expect Fessy Mariah to be a pair that makes it to a final, and Casey and Kenny. Over any other pair in the game, I expect them to make it to the final.
Yeah, I think Devin and Tori, depending on what they get in the elimination, could be a lock
Right,
as
Devin and
well.
Tori, another team. Yeah.
Another team that could be a lock. And then obviously I can't count out Bananas and Nani,
Yeah,
even
they're
though they've kind of been, but like I don't know, they've kind of been lucky escaping the eliminations.
yeah. I think
I think they were
if
thrown down there
anything,
like twice or
yeah, I
three
think if
times.
anything, Nani will end up going home and Bananas will be the one to bring her back into the game if he is able to last. Because I mean, he's a smaller guy and he's doesn't even claim to be the best in eliminations, doesn't have the best elimination record, so he could definitely lose. Him and Nani can definitely both be knocked out of this game at some point. But Bananas, I think, is playing a good political game, which
Yeah,
brings me to Nelson making these little small comments like this isn't a team. Oh, they made this decision without me, Olivia, and Chauncey's input. Like we didn't know what was going on. And we see on the next on, Nelson is talking to Devin, mad about how his team is not acting like a team and there's teams within a team.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think,
very War of the Worlds 2 like, isn't it?
yeah.
It sounds like another team that I knew, Team
Mm,
USA.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm worried for Nelson in the future because he seems to be left out of these talks. It almost seems like Fessie's gonna like ride with Bananas over Nelson in the future. That's my hot take.
Let me tell you something right now. Let me
Hmm,
tell you something right
say it.
now.
Tell me.
If Fessy somehow screws over Nelson at some point again, I will come up on these recaps hot. I will be because I was the number one advocate for Nelson voting or saving Olivia over Fessy a few weeks
Yeah,
ago. If Fessy fucks around and fucks
yeah,
over Nelson, I'm gonna come up in here hot.
yeah. I
Let
feel
that
that. I
know.
mean, yeah. There's no winning. There's no friendship after that. If
Yeah,
this happens again,
yeah.
they could be cordial, but there's no like I got your back. Like you can't trust
None
that.
of that shit.
No. And Fessy has admitted like he just cares about the game over anything, over friendships, over women. Like he's gonna make the ruthless decision because he wants to win.
Yeah. And someone else brought up a good point. During the episode, Fessy was like, uh, Casey's my real ride or die.
Yeah.
So then why did you bring Mariah?
Yeah,
If
why didn't yeah.
why didn't you just pick Casey?
Yeah. Yeah, very
You know?
true.
So it's like, okay.
Yeah. You know how people talk about like hitting a wall in the challenge, like a mental wall where they just break?
Yeah.
I think Horacio is either there or he's gonna be there real
He's
soon.
getting there.
That dude
Yeah.
just like is a shell of his former self right now.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'll go in, whatever, I'll do
I'll
it.
go like fuck it. He
And
doesn't have Olivia anymore to like talk some sense into him, so he's just like, fuck it, bro.
yeah,
I'm going in, bro.
I'll go in every time, whatever, fuck it.
We ride.
Yeah, in the bar, he's like, I don't feel like I need to be sneaky. Like I just got to play an honest game. That's me. I'm like, yeah, I appreciate, like I admire that, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Yep, we talked about interrogation. So yeah, we can talk about the elimination. Um, so yeah, the winning team has to vote in a guy. They huddle up, acting like they don't know what to do, but as Nelson says, they did know and left Chauncey, Nelson, and Olivia out of the decision, which I think is foreshadowing like some
Yeah.
team cohesion issues, which
Yeah.
yeah, we kind of alluded to. Devin goes first and pulls the motherfucking safe dagger. I mean,
Mhm.
anything can happen. It's one of three. So Kenny pulling the safe dagger is an outcome that is very possible. So
Yeah.
like that shit would have been crazy if fucking Kenny pulled it. But luckily Kenny was going second, Devin was going first. Devin pulls it. Did you have any doubt in your mind that he, you know, would save Kenny over Jordan?
Any doubt?
Or any did you yeah, what did you think was gonna happen there?
No, I think because Bananas had mentioned it early in the episode. The best case scenario for Team Fessy would have been Kenny pulling that safe dagger.
Yeah.
Because why would you? That's like an old way of thinking too. It's just like why would you? That's their best player for us,
Yeah.
Kenny.
Yeah.
Leave him there. What?
Leave him.
Why
That's
would
a,
he
that's
want
the
to play?
classic day one challenge. Leave the weak link on the other team, you know?
Leave the weak link there. So going into it, I don't really know who Kenny would have saved if he had been the one pulling that.
Mm.
Which
I think
would
it
have
would have
been,
saved. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
who would he have picked? I don't know. I think Jordan would have picked Devin,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that's how it would have went. I think Devin would have picked Jordan. I think Jordan would have picked Devin. I think Kenny would have flip a coin and
Yeah.
let's see what happens because I
Yeah.
don't know.
So like, yeah, I was quite certain that Devin was gonna pick Jordan, but I did have some slight doubts because Horacio was the one voted in. If you look at the elimination and you see a wrench and unscrewing things, Jordan has one hand. I think he would have suffered greatly. I think he
Yeah,
would have made, obviously excelled and made it work, but I don't know if he would have won.
yeah,
Like I think even the wire cutters, like he would have to like use his arm and hand to like close it, and then the unscrewing of the bolts, he would have to do it with one hand, and those things prove to be very tough and strong. So
yeah,
this out of all like the elimination types in the world, this would not have boded well for Jordan in my opinion. And,
yeah.
and Devin, as a smart guy, can see that and be like, fuck, if this is the only chance to get Jordan out of the game, like if Devin had an inkling of an idea that, yeah, these are going back into pairs, or maybe it's going to go to an individual, let me get Jordan out.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know because like when I initially saw this elimination, I was like, "This Hall Brawl?
Right. Yeah, me
Are
too.
we really
Another
doing this?
one? God fucking damn it.
Are we really doing this? What is these people obsession with making the smallest dudes compete in a Hall Brawl, not the
Yeah.
big ones?"
Yeah.
But when I noticed it wasn't Hall Brawl and I saw what it actually was, um, when they were showing that Horacio used to work as a construction worker for his dad, I was like, "Oh, this is over. This is wrap. This is
Yeah.
over. I might as well go get food right now.
Yeah.
This is
That's
over.
how I felt for a lot of these eliminations. It's like, all right, I'm hungry. I'm just gonna go get some
I'm
food.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get something to eat."
Hey,
I
wait, wait,
think
wait, wait. Let's pause and restart it. It's about to end.
okay.
Um, where were we? Yeah, Devin ultimately has a little speech before
Mm.
and saves Jordan. I think it's the right decision. Like if I'm in their position and we're in teams, the teams were just created. Yes, even if he knows or hasn't a feeling that the teams aren't going to last that long, they're at least going to last for like 4 daily challenges,
Yeah,
So he needs Jordan on the team, or otherwise they're going in every guy's elimination, and that doesn't bode well for obviously any of the guys on Team Mariah because there's only 4 guys, and now 3.
now only 3. Well, technically 4. Just they don't know the fourth person is still there.
Yeah, just a ghost.
Just
And
the
now their
go.
teams, I'm on the guy's side. Their team's rounded out pretty nice. They have a big, strong guy in Horacio. They have a smart guy in Devin. They have a fucking all-around guy in Jordan. So
Yeah,
they're looking good. Obviously, you know, like I alluded to earlier, 3 of their females are literally the exact same person when it comes to like competing. So they're still going to struggle there, in my opinion. But on the other side of the fence, Team Fessy would struggle with endurance because of Anissa. So
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, we see next on is trivia. So
yeah,
um, but yeah, so the elimination giant hallway, yeah, blocked with several doors made of different materials. There's tools you need to get through these doors at the start: a wrench, an axe, and wire cutters. Player to get to the middle first and hit the button wins. Yep, you mentioned it before. Horacio has some construction experience, of course. I
yeah. Of
heard
course
somebody
he
in this
does, right?
it's like, what can't this guy do? Like, holy shit.
Like
So yeah, door one was drywall, and Horacio fucking got through that shit like yeah, it was too easy. It was way too easy. And he
Yeah,
knew the method too, because he was like, if I knock out the bottom, then the top will come out easily.
yeah. Like, okay, Mr. Construction.
Yeah.
Honestly, so you're so annoying. You're beautiful, and you know how to do construction work, and you're great at eliminations.
Yeah.
Like,
And you're a
what the
nice
fuck?
guy too. Like
You're a nice
you're
guy. Like, you're making
honest.
here.
Yeah, honestly, I'm starting to not like him because of how good of a person he is.
Yeah, honestly, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you for being so good.
Yeah,
Like this show is reserved for pieces of shit, okay?
yeah,
And you're not
asshole.
that.
Yeah, talk shit, Tom. Come
It's
after
like
me.
talking, it's like reverse talking shit.
Yeah,
It's like you're
reverse
such a
talk.
nice person that you shouldn't be on this show because this show should only have bastards.
Yeah.
I don't know. So door one, drywall. Door two, cutting locks with the wire cutter. Door three, a wooden door that you use the axe for. And then door four was unscrewing bolts with the wrench. Definitely seemed to be difficult. This would have been a difficult one to do. I think the easier ones were the drywall and the wooden door, but the cutting the locks seemed very meticulous, and Kenny seemed to struggle after cutting all the locks, getting them out for some reason.
Yeah.
That's probably where Kenny lost this elimination.
Yeah. This is one of those eliminations. There are dailies that like are dailies and eliminations that I see throughout this show where I'm like, I would love to do that. I would excel.
Mhm.
Or it would be like, damn, I would get my ass beat in this.
Yeah.
This one is one of those weird ones where like I don't know how I would do in
Yeah.
this. This is one of those weird ones that like the
I,
fuck? This
I
is like a dream for construction workers.
it looks fun. Like I'd like to do it, but I don't know if I'd beat my opponent.
Yeah. I don't know. This is like fuck.
Yeah, Kenny, yeah, struggled at the locks. Didn't give up and got relatively close from what we saw from the edit. So, kudos to him for, not giving up and catching up a little bit. But Horacio, man, what's that? It's not that I don't count two of their elimination wins, but like two of their elimination wins, like the crowd helped them drastically.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I think two other eliminations that Horacio has won, or three. I don't know. I get confused.
He's won a lot.
Yeah, he's
Which goes
won
back
a
to
majority
you
of the
bastard.
eliminations.
Yeah.
There's been 10 episodes and he's been in 4 or 5 eliminations. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be in more likely,
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Next on, yeah, we see trivia. We see Nelson mad, and Tori is still mad, which I get. I get it. That's not gonna end. That's just not gonna end until one of them is out of the house,
Yeah, it's gonna keep on keeping on with that storyline. And I don't know. Do you see them being good at some point?
No. I
No?
I I no. I don't. I think they will always like hold on to this like feud, like and it's lasted a long time. Tori going on the show and having showmances, and now Jordan doing it. There's just too much like messy history for them to come to common ground now, and because like of how close they were before this, and then everything that happened for like a year span or more, I think it'll be so hard to like get on that friend level without having some spite, like some spiteful feelings in your head because of everything that went down.
Yeah. It's like a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It would have to take a lot for them to come back to be.
I mean, like 5 seasons from now, I could see them being friends, which is like 2 years,
Yeah, like 2 years. I mean, they have everything you want in an exes pair.
Oh
Don't they?
my god.
Everything you want in an exes pair. So it's just like,
Would Tori accept being on the show knowing she's at pairs with Jordan at this point? I think Jordan wouldn't have a problem being like, yeah, I'll do an exes season with Tori, but Tori, like Devin said, she's still in love with you, Jordan. Like,
No, you see, that's where I disagree. I think it would be the opposite. I think Tori would be the one. Yeah, I'll do it.
okay.
And Jordan would be the one to be like, no, I don't know about all this.
I don't want that mess.
And I don't know if I want that for a whole.
But that needs pay them all the money in the world because that needs to be a pair.
That needs to be a pair.
And can we get an X's for season 39?
Please.
Because season 40 isn't going to be like a standard format. Not that they do standard formats anymore. But 40 is going to be an extravaganza season of something, dirty 40 or something, messy 40, sloppy 40. I don't know. Yeah. So season 39, I really hope they just give us a old format. That'd be neat. That'd be neat.
And like, why not, bro? Like, come on.
Call it, I guess you can call it whatever you want, but let's just do an X. Like, you call it what you want, but it's an X's.
It's X's.
Yeah.
Please, MTV, just stop fucking around and just give us X's 3 already. What the fuck?
Corey and Jordan, Kyle and Kara. Even though they don't acknowledge.
Make the cast for them.
They don't even acknowledge Kara's
hard time.
existence at this point, so I don't even know if Kara's ever going to be back on the show. Yeah, and Bananas is together with like Mariah right now. I see on his Instagram.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
You know what? That whole relationship has been super weird throughout this season because they would just quickly show something.
I know. And that's not their fault. That's, production and how they are editing it. Maybe they are in the game longer than a lot of these other flings, so they're going to show more of Bananas and Mariah later in the season. But I agree with you. It's just like a surveillance cam catches them kissing, or Bananas is playing with her feet. It's like, what the fuck kind of scenes are we getting here?
Like last week, I think I forgot to mention it. It was there was a scene where they were just showing people being sad and upset, and then there was a random scene of them kissing in a room on a surveillance footage, and then it cut back to everybody being sad. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
It makes it look like it's illegal, like their age difference is too much, so they don't want to show it. It makes it seem like
be showing this.
It makes it seem like it's taboo.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
so weird.
But yeah, that wraps it up for episode 10. We are over the halfway point. Anything that I missed that is coming to your mind? I think I covered everything. It was sloppy note taking for me, so.
I think there was, speaking of Tori and Jordan, wasn't there a scene of them at the bar, her trying to make a deal with him?
Yeah, which I felt was real fugazi. I felt that conversation was Tori just looking for an excuse to have a conversation with Jordan, because it's because she tried to make it seem like we can save you in this elimination. But like I said before, Jordan doesn't care if he goes into this elimination because he's going against Kenny. So he has 100% confidence in himself that he's going to beat Kenny and make the team stronger. So save me or not, I'm still going to be in this game tomorrow and our team is going to be stronger. So I'm not going to accept any deals, That's how I felt about it. How'd you feel about that conversation?
Yeah, the way you put it makes it feel like that. It felt like an excuse to just talk to him.
Yeah.
Kind of situation. Forget what she brought up or anything. I think she really just wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, because she started off and was like, I'm sorry, things got heated. I just really care about you as a person. So she definitely wanted to get that off of her chest, but didn't want that to be the reason why they talked. So then brought gameplay into it.
Yeah, that's what it definitely felt like that for sure.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think we covered everything for this episode.
All right, well, thanks for joining, everybody. Looking forward to the remainder of the season. If it's my guess, then everyone won't find out about this twist until before the final. I think right before the final, they're gonna bring in the ride or dies. So hopefully
we gotta be careful with what we predict. Because it
No,
has a tendency of
fuck
coming
it.
back.
I say what I want. And we got the receipts, and we know when we're wrong. We put it on the podcast last episode. We know when we're wrong.
Yeah.
Like, we don't care. No shame. No shame.
Yeah. No shame.
But
You're
yeah,
right.
thanks for joining. Leave a comment. We'd love to have some discussions on the season and the episode. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks, Adonis, as always, for joining me, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.